Let's check today what's in the fridge. This is my raised bed. I used one of the inside racks here so I can put a pitcher, whatever I need to when I need to water. I used some old racks. They were not from the fridge, were they? I'm not sure. This was from the fridge. These, not this one, but these. Anyway, and so that's the fridge. And let's see what's in it. Okay, here's some squash seeds that I didn't know they were squash. I just threw some seeds in there, or I forgot what I threw in there. And there it is in the shade. It does really good here in the shade, whereas the ones I actually planted died. This is really doing really good here in the shade. And then there's a basil right here. I put little pots in here, individual pots. This is another little pot, basil. This, I don't know what it was. This doesn't, not having fun here. I'm gonna move that. Here we have some more squash here. I don't know what kind. I don't remember what seeds I dropped in there. There's a little baby moringa here that I need to take care of. There's two actually. Two moringas right here. There's purslane. I always have purslane because that's like eating fish. It's got your omega-3s in here, like you're eating fish, without worrying if it's contaminated or not. And here I have a little spot with nothing. I'm surprised. This is another squash. I have one of those, I think it's a decorative succulent. Look at this one. These are two more of those squash. Here's another basil. Here I have a lot of purslane, because I love purslane. I have some purslane here, not doing too good. Purslane, and look at that squash. Squash I did not plant. Look at it. Look at those long leaves. It's probably, I'm gonna probably get one squash from here. I don't know. There's another one. They're doing really good in here. The squash. There's a moringa right here, medium size, not too short. Not trying to take off all the yellow. And just drop it in there. There's wamuchi right here. It's a little seedling. It's a thick stem. The wamuchi right here. And then there's the squash overflowing outside. Oh, look at that. And look at the pretty flowers. This is just taking over. And then there's a tall moringa here. I have another moringa here. This will need to be moved. This will not stay here, these moringas. And here I have a lot of purslane. There's another moringa here having fun with the purslane. They're all tangled in with the squash. I'm gonna take that out too. And here you have all the individual little squash. And this shoe has a job too, with that little succulent. This is so cute. And all these squash, they're doing really good in here. They didn't do well in the pots I had them in. All of them died. This I just left behind because I didn't have any more small pots. And look at this. What I left behind is what thrived. What I left behind. This one and that one over there. So this squash will probably hang out of the fridge, and it's going to grow pretty hanging out. And all the little vines will hang out. And then there's a bigger wamuchi right here. Ouch, this one is pretty big. It had a growth spurt recently that when it rained, it was like I think it grew like at least a foot. That wamuchi is doing so good. I can't wait for the wamuchis. And so you see, you can put up a fridge and you can have food growing there, and you just stand here and just take care of your plants standing here. Put a chair close by. You can take care of them, so you don't have to, if you don't want to be bending down, or you don't want it to be all over the floor, all over with the grass and all that other stuff. And really there's so much control here with not having all that grass that grows everywhere, suffocating your plants, or weeds, because weeds will take over your plant. They'll kill it. They will kill it. The weeds will always win. I've seen that time and time again. The weeds will win. And look at here. Here I put some perlite in the pots, sand, some my soil, my own soil that we have here, the native soil, and I think we put here some what do you call it, cocoa something, cocoa, it looks like something rough. Okay, well anyway, that's what I put in here. So here right now it just needs a little bit of water. It's doing real good. It's been raining like maybe 3 days ago, so I think it's dry enough. And here you can always be putting more dirt, or if you happen to have a little compost, throw it in. If you have whatever seeds you have, throw them in, and whenever you see a weed or a grass, throw it out. And right here, it's really clean from weeds and stuff. Look, there's just that little grass here, this little grass. Let me get the root that's trying to hide here in between the purslane. Just take it off from the root. I have a problem with all this. This is that Johnson grass. It grows everywhere. The roots will strangle your plant underground. You'll take it off from the top and it'll still be strangling it underground. So while the moringa is doing really good, all the squash is doing good. They'll probably just hang out, and if they do have any squash, I hope they reach the floor. That way it won't pull out the plant. And it's really big leaves. So here, it's not like you would say, oh, it's so full of stuff that people usually plant, like spinach and tomatoes and what do people know, zucchini and stuff like that. This is just from seeds. I don't go around buying seeds and planting buying little plants. I just, whatever seeds I have from the foods that we eat, I put in here. Except this one, a friend gave me this one here, this one, but this grew from seeds that I had thrown in here from my other basil. This basil is so good, so delicious. And let me see, we'll do a check-in later on this squash that's under here. And then here there's that little plant that should be planted inside, Severiana, I think, the sword. I don't know what you call it, somebody's sword or something. This one is a good house plant. And there's a parsley. This one's doing so good. Looks so beautiful there. That squash, and then this squash, and this. I showed you the guamuchi. That stem is really thick, considering the height. So there you have it. There's the, oops, sorry. There's a raised bed. You can do something like this with a, there I have some more. Purslane needs water, and this is also a part of the fridge. It's doing really good. It's all green. It's doing better than some other small gardens I have around the yard. This is raised bed is doing really good, and I don't have a problem with all the weeds and grass coming in. And whenever I pass by, if I see a little weed or something, pull it out and you have it's no work at all, really. It's no work at all. Really, it's no work at all. I filled this with pieces of old wood, a lot of leaves that we had 2 months ago, branches. I had done that part first, and then I think I had showed it on a video. And then this one, I did this one later, but I had just thrown in those squash seeds, so that's just those seeds that you have, instead of throwing them away in the trash, put seeds in here. Those that you have the moringa there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are like 7 moringas here in this spot that as soon as they grow big, not this big though, I can go and replant somewhere else, and they'll do really good because they'll be already a good size to replant. So do something like this so you can not be so worried about all the weeds, or you can't be bending down, or you can set a chair right here around here and just work here around your plants. So this is very ideal for a lot of people, and you can still have your garden. You can plant whatever you want. You can plant a lot of food in here. You can plant the foods that you want, or the foods that you need. Like me, I need moringa. I need to have moringa, so I will drop them here. I drop a seed here or there, and mostly here because I know it'll come out, and then move it to where I need it. So thank you for watching this video on my raised bed, which is a refrigerator that wasn't working anymore. I love it. And then it's separated here, the freezer. You can separate. You have 2 parts. You have 2 parts. There's no building. Nobody has to build nothing for you. All we did was to take off a lot of the parts, the back, and made some holes on the bottom. And you don't need so much stuff, dirt or filling inside. This is like halfway. This is like 3/4. But it doesn't. You don't need to buy bags and bags and bags of compost. And then you'll have your everything you need here. And thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for spending some time with me. And please subscribe, and I'll show you some more awesome videos. Thank you so much.